the ship came down back in 1803. I swear that my mind was playing tricks on me. And I remember the sound of the deck all wet. How the sun shone over beautifully. And I remember your eyes, how fearful they were. No moments to catch your breath, and the ocean is your world now. And I remember you crying, 'cause you couldn't hold on. You fell off the edge of the ship. I sang my last words to you. Goodbye. I can't help you now. You're drowning, and I can't help you now. So goodbye. My selfish ways have taken me on an expensive ride. Goodbye. Goddamn this world, it's taking my life. One piece at a time. Goddamn this world, I'm saying goodbye. At least I can say that I've tried. Light a candle for me, I'm a man of my disease. Light a candle for me. Light a candle for me. And lights have come clean. Light a candle for me. Light a candle for me.
That's right, Armin Clark. Light a green candle for me. Now, you think you hate your coworkers, right? Oh, you know, Mark, every time he puts the Keurig out, he leaves it in the thing. Not to mention, he'll take the water all the way down to zero, and guess what? That's right, he won't even refill it. And then, of course, there's Brenda. Brenda comes with a new cheap perfume every week. This one's called Britney Spears or something. This smells like pee and ammonia and porridge or something like that. You think you hate your co-workers. Imagine these parasitic, reptile, rent-seeking politicians. Some of them are, like a small fraction of them are, you know, normies to a certain degree. Like maybe they got in they're in agriculture and they want to, you know, save the farms or whatever, right? And they have access to the unredacted Epstein files. They got to look at it. Remember Mark and Brenda, the guy who doesn't fill the Keurig, and Brenda with the Britney Spears perfume? They're reading stories about Mark and Brenda, what they do when they go to the Hamptons to you know what. And then they have to deal with them at work. They know they're monsters. They've seen what they've done. It's right there. And now they have to, like, that's why they're all monsters. Like even the person who got into it for the right reasons and has access to it and is now saying nothing, those people are just as guilty. And to a certain degree, we're becoming guilty. Because if nothing's done, then we are complicit in it, right? And when nothing done, I don't know. The reason why I put the Great Unraveling Has Begun is that I don't think Western culture survives this. I don't think it possibly can. And if it does, it also doesn't survive, if you know what I mean. Like if this society doesn't tar and feather these people, then it's our own unraveling. If this is allowed, then it's allowed. And we move into the future with this, small little concentric circle of money and power doing literally whatever they want to whoever they want. And that's the future we choose. Now, I've always said that the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance of the standing army of Americans. The ones with guns, the guns are trying to get rid of. It's those people that are the last defense before this whole mother effer gets burned to the ground. Because Canada's not doing anything. If we were to highlight something good about Canada, it would be the trucker convoy. It kind of lit a match, and it should have, exploded everywhere. That was a little bit of a powder keg that could have, took the system down. It was just a little ahead of its time. And, Canadians are like, oh, sorry. We just wanted to stop what's going on. Sorry. And then, the whole everything, it's now into the memory hole, right? Or maybe the farmers in France, When I see farmers blowing manure on government buildings, I don't know, it makes me maybe happier than anything I see. To me, that gives me joy to think that can happen. Now, we don't see what happens to them after, Maybe these are the death throes of someone who has nothing to lose, right? So they just basically drop the keys off in the street and say, well, I'm done. So before I'm done, I'm going to blow manure all over these, because you don't see the aftermath of it, right? You just see kind of the highlights. To me, they're highlights when these farmers are doing this. That should be done all around the world, and everyone should support it. But what happens generally in revolutions is that they have this, this massive spike, and then these intergenerational reptiles have been around long enough. They have the playbook on revolutions. They know, okay, it's getting hot. Yeah, it says here, just do nothing and they will basically peter themselves out. Let's see this next page. Stay the course, do nothing, they will peter themselves out. What about this? What if it gets too hot in the kitchen? Just stay the course, they will peter themselves out, and then once they're done, we just go and collect them and we put them all in jail, and then we just start again. That's essentially that's the playbook they know, and to a certain degree, they're kind of right. It's true, right? Unless there's a system in place to take over the existing system that gets torn down, well, someone just kind of slips in and puts their system in, and is roughly the same as the old system. Maybe a little bit, a couple changes, but essentially we're too advanced now to not know that every political system is the same thing. We just have, it's such a amazing play that they've done on the retards, right? 80% of the population. I mean, it's not that hard. It's like convincing your kids of Santa Claus, right? Are you a genius? Did you convince your kids of Santa Claus and you're just a diabolical genius for convincing a 5-year-old that there's a man that flies around the world? No, it's easy pickings. So when they create this illusion of democracy for the retards and give them a little bit, you have a vote. Don't say you're nothing. You're not a nobody. You have an important vote. You can vote. And these unremarkable retards. You know what they're voting? I'm voting, right? And they're just voting for the same thing. And it just peters out, right? So you have this swing here for this movement, whatever you want to call it, left, right, center, I don't know. And then once it gets played out, they're on their playbook again. It's like, this seems to be, what do we do? Oh, we just switch the parties? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me check the next page. Yeah, when it gets to, I'll just switch to the other side, and then the majority becomes the planned opposition. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So we're always in here. We're just a perma-state. Now you got it. We are the perma-state. Now, depends when you get in. I mean, you might spend 20 years in the opposition. You know, you're kind of like the enemy. You're like the heel. You remember wrestling, WWE. You remember wrestling, right? There's always a heel and a hero, right? We just switch. Remember when Hulk Hogan was there and he was like, you know, hey, and everyone loved Hulk Hogan. And all of a sudden he was dressed in black. You know, they're pretty good at all the coloring and the symbolism. Before, when he was your friend, he looked like he was wearing McDonald's uniform that was cut, like his girlfriend cut it to make it look all cool. But it was like orange and yellow and bright and happy. And then when they wanted him to be mean, they put him in all black. And now he's the heel, and he's got to run that scenario. But it doesn't matter. His paycheck doesn't change. You know, he doesn't stop partying with everybody. You know, when they're done, they all go out and enjoy the show they've put on. James on Random, I used to know a guy who ran a high-end restaurant in, where am I looking here? In Hollywood. I never used to believe his stories. I do now. Yeah, well, what's that saying? Never meet your idols or never meet your heroes, something like that. They'll always disappoint you. Like the thing about these celebrities is that, unfortunately, we believe in the journey of the artist. We think that, you know, someone is good at something and they devote their life to mastering that art, and it gets recognized for the brilliant artistry it may or may not provide some people. It's just not like that. You know, they have these celebrities like the MK Ultra. I don't know if let me know, whoever is watching this, let me know if you've come about to some normies waking up, because I have, and it's very funny. It's one of the most entertaining things, because it's, and to a certain degree, it's like when your kid starts to unwind Santa Claus. I was like, are you trying to tell me that all these years there hasn't been a Santa Claus? I was like, I was wondering how we don't even have a chimney. I was like, how does he come down the chimney? Anyways, these normies that I know are coming to this oh shit moment with the Epstein files, because we all know that they've existed forever, right? But they didn't. In fact, they probably thought it was just National Enquirer, minds want to know bullshit. And now that they have to face the fact that it is true, it unravels the narrative on which they base their life, right? Well, if that can be possible, then perhaps maybe my whole life is a huge lie. And then bingo, now you got it. But coming up with that, admitting to the fact that maybe, just maybe, the entire foundation of our society is a complete myth and lie, is a tough one. It's a pretty tough one to swallow. Chadwick, not only is there not a Santa Claus, but we actually fed a bloodthirsty capitalistic monster to keep the idea of Santa alive. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, I was always a bad boyfriend, obviously, but like Valentine's Day, I was like, to me, it was a weird version of Christmas. It's like, this is just made up, right? This isn't a thing. This is just a made up thing we all kind of agree on. And is it nice? Yeah, I guess sometimes. But if you've been around enough horrible women, you know, like it's their day, right? And it never is. As a guy, you'd probably understand this. It's never really about you. Valentine's Day isn't like a back and forth. It's really a one-way highway that gets planned for absolutely no reason at all. But back to the MK Ultra and these celebrities and these talking pieces. Like, I've been going crazy with the Samson Mao, and the all these pundits that with their $1 million Bitcoin, everyone has their thing. But when they're on the TV, the MK Ultra box, my favorite part is that they're all wrong, right? And it's okay. It's like there needs to be some sort of reputational currency that gets degraded or devalued. And I think they have it. They have the system well oiled to know that they'll just run out of, like, in this cycle, it's these characters, these MK Ultras, the Samson Maos and the Tom Lees. And we'll just run them out. We'll throw out all these massive fake numbers. And, by the time the bear market comes in and everyone washes out and the wave comes and whoosh, moves everyone away, they'll forget about Tom Lee. And we'll just, we'll start doing auditions for the next bull run, and we'll see what kind of guys come up. Now, we were a little Asian heavy. They're both Asian. I don't know what kind of Asian, just call them Asian. Maybe we won't go Asian next time. Maybe we'll go East Indian. That seems, no, actually it doesn't ever work. We won't go East Indian. Maybe we'll go, maybe white people will be in fashion again, and we can put white people as the pundits. No? Well, we'll give it time. You never know. Things swing back and forth. We'll see what happens. Speaking of seeing what happens, nothing has happened. Look at this channel of eternal monotony. This is what you call doing nothing. Now, when we get to the weekly chart, it'll seem way more normal what's going on here. But right here, we're just jingo, jango, bingo, bongoing in around the 20 moving average. We even have the 50 moving average coming down and doing nothing and sleeping. It's like, oh, I'm going to sleep right on this 20 moving average. And that's what's happening now. Now, if we jump out to the weekly, you can see that this is this is the mother of all consolidation levels. This is, the old top of 2021, right? This is it. This is the real battle, right? And we will probably sit around here. What's the software update? Get out of here. Sit around here maybe for 6 months. Now, I don't know anything, but the reason why I would suggest we'd sit around here is because it is such a heavy line of support and resistance. Now, right now, we flipped it to resistance. Not good. It's all those 23.6% fib, right? So these numbers, they don't quit, these numbers, these Fibonacci's. If you haven't wrapped your mind around Fibonacci's or really done a deep dive, like, just go on your charts and put Fibonacci's on, and that's just where the price goes, right? Now, I do think we will get to the 38.2% fib, the rejection zone of this leg down, 74.6. I thought we were going to hit it this weekend. And we only have about a month to do this, because once April comes, you are now in the summer bummer. We always forget about the summer bummer, don't we? We're like, why isn't anything going on here? It's like June, the sun's out. Why isn't the price moving? Oh, it's the summer bummer. I forget about it too. Not anymore though. I'm preparing for it now. I'm preparing for the summer bummer. And I think what kicks off the summer bummer is 74.6. 38.2% fib on this leg down. Not from the all-time high, just from the last leg down That will be our relief rally. That's when we get on our bullish chapeau and go fasters. And we start thinking, see, I knew it wasn't over. We're going back to all-time highs. It'll break every single metric in Bitcoin's history to do it. But I got a feeling. Samson Mao said we were going to. Tom Lee said we were going to. Rug Powell said we were going to. I mean, they wouldn't lie, would they? They're from Wall Street. They're smart. Yeah, they're investment bankers. They're smart. E-money, at least the summer bummer would slow down the falling. Yeah, but it would almost be like a watching a demolition in slow motion, like one of those buildings being imploded. But then in slow motion, like it would just be an onslaught of, like, when I mean onslaught, I mean 2%, 3%, a week. Just enough to drive you insane watching it. That's why you pick up that trombone, pick up that karate suit in the closet that's just sitting there picking up dust. Start something, because it's going to be a summer bummer, right? So start something that you can prepare for. My suggestion is everyone start doing the 10-minute workout. Try to get a little healthier in this next 7 months, a little more fit. It's easy. 10 minutes a day. That's it. 10 minutes. You don't have to work out for an hour. You don't have to work out for half an hour. You don't have to work out for 15 minutes. 10 minutes. Because you're doing it every day. Your body starts compounding. It's these small little things that can compound in the other way. So, for instance, let's say you don't exercise 10 minutes a day. Well, now you're compounding in the negative way. Every day you don't do something and it gets worse. This keeps the demons away. 10 minutes a day. Choose what you want. You can do anything. You can do push-ups and sit-ups. Nothing. It's just DCA your health. That's right. Now, I have a bullish delusion about the 10-minute workout. I would like to start a group. Maybe a members video where just do the 10-minute workout. Because I think maybe that would get people involved. If I was doing it and they could see how easy it was, maybe people would be like, hey, man, I'll do that, right? Maybe, I don't know. If I get enough people saying, hey, I'd partake. But I want commitment. I want people taking before and after pictures for the next summer bummer. So when the price starts ripping, maybe we can do a video of before and afters of people, how their lives changed just with the 10-minute workout. How about beekeeping? Well, what do they say about beekeepers? They say beekeepers they live the longest. That's what I heard, right? Am I wrong on that? Am I just believing garbage that I once upon a time saw on some show? Do beekeepers live the longest? I thought we were losing the bees. Who is that? Daddy-O SC. Are you a beekeeper? It's always been a pretty fascinating career, beekeeping, of all the things, right? I never knew that they flew bees around to places to load up on the almond trees or whatever. I never knew that till I was about 30. It's like, what? Because I always thought, what do bees do? Nothing. What do bees do? Nothing. Oh, Chadwick. There we go. There's Chadwick's quick-witted Chadwick. People new to beekeeping are called newbies.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too.